in the history of retirements and unretirements, has there ever been a worse decision made than Tom Brady coming back this year? I mean, who has ever done it worse?
I mean, the only thing you could possibly compare it to is Jordan going to the Wizards.
Yeah.
As far as
and even then, he didn't lose his entire family over it.
No, he lost them previous years. Like
they were long gone.
They were long gone by the time he got to the Wizards. I think by the time he got to the Wizards, he's like, I'm just looking for a distraction because I just don't want to be around them. I mean, on terms of just levels of greatness, and Tom Brady is Brady's obviously been the. I mean,
Sure.
I mean, I don't like the guy, but
no.
It's hard to argue that he's the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
So you have the greatest. That's the only thing you could compare it to. But I think Jordan understood that he wasn't going to be competitive going to the Wizards. He hoped that we got a couple high draft picks and you got a couple guys that may make it competitive.
Surprise some people.
Some athleticism, and they did well.
Yeah.
They for a 40-year-old man.
Dude, it's a conversation for another time, but if you do a deep dive on the Wizards at that time and Jordan's stats during that time, dude, this is an all-star player. Like, I mean, and again, it's a 40-year-old, retired guy coming out. I mean, it's easy to say, well, it's Michael Jordan. Dude, time catches up to all of us. And this guy's still out there putting up points. He's fighting through injuries and stuff like that. So, there's a lot there. But I think with Brady, there's a little bit of a difference in that Brady was in a scenario where he seemed untouchable on a personal level, where it was just like he seemed to have this great life. He had it so well protected and curated that there were just no cracks in the armor whatsoever. He seemed to have this perfect life, this perfect family, this amazing career. And it just looked like he was just going to ride off into the sunset. And he did. And then he turned around and rode back. And then it all starts falling apart. And now you see him and he looks terrible. He's flipping out on offensive linemen on the sideline, going through divorce proceedings with his wife. It's just every single bad thing. And I don't know, man, this is maybe just what it is when you wear out your welcome, and you stay a little too long at the party. I don't know, but never thought it would happen like this. And it swung quick, really quick. And it's not a coincidence too that, he comes back and immediately after unretiring, they have all this insanity around the head coaching thing, which clearly it's very obvious that Brady forced Bruce Arians out. That's more than clear. And he put in a coach that he could completely control in Todd Bowles. You had the Dolphins being guilty of tampering with Brady and trying to sneak this whole thing of him retiring. That kind of, I'm not going to say tarnishes his legacy or anything, but it muddies the water on what was going to happen. He clearly wanted to be out of Tampa. He was going to be going to Miami. Then Brian Flores blows that up. So now he's stuck in Tampa. So Arians gets pushed out. Todd Bowles gets put in. And what is the first thing that Brady does? He starts taking days off during training camp. Never in his whole career has he ever done this before. He starts taking days off and saying, well, I'm not going to show up on Wednesdays. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. He's skipping practice to go to weddings and stuff. Weddings of the owner of the team you used to play for, who chose to get married during the football season, makes no sense whatsoever. Like, you don't need to go to that.
I don't hate people going to weddings. I hate you going to a meaningless wedding.
Yeah.
Because there is nothing meaningful about an 80-year-old man marrying a 40-year-old. Like, you're not going like, oh man, they're in the 20s and this is going to be forever.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got a sweet gig and whatever. I mean, he's about 3
It'll be
losses.
forever for him.
That's true. That's true. He's about, I would say Brady's probably 3 to 4 losses away from, I mean, he's looking rough. 3 to 4 losses away from looking like Skinny Pete from Breaking Bad. Like, you put a beanie on that dude.
That's right.
and let his Florida tan show. Just slip him some of that blue crystal and and let
it
him
is not a good look.
It's,
just for anyone who's trying to envision this or maybe didn't watch Breaking Bad, it isn't a good look, particularly for a professional athlete.
Yeah, Google Skinny Pete. You'll get yourself a good laugh if you're watching this and you're not familiar with Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
I might need to bust out my Photoshop skills and bring that to the next.
There you go.
Get the horns.
Yeah. We'll post that on TikTok, YouTube. We'll have Tom Brady, Skinny Pete memes all over the place. So